Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about the properties of charge. So the first property is that the charge is conservative in nature. What does that mean? That means for an isolated system, the total charge on the system remains constant. In other words, charge can neither be created nor be destroyed. There is only a transference of charges from one body to the other body. So what does this mean? We are writing. So let's take an example. We have already studied about glass rod and which is rubbed with silk cloth case. So in that case, glass rod rubbed with silk. Glass rod acquires positive charge. Silk cloth acquires negative charge. So the total charge before rubbing was 0, both were neutral, but after rubbing, whatever positive charge is produced on this glass rod, the same amount of negative charge is produced on the silk cloth. So that way the total charge remains same, this and this, if these are added. In other words, if you touch this glass rod with silk, these will neutralize each other. That means the net charge on both will again become 0. Before rubbing, net charge is 0. After rubbing, plus Q plus minus Q. So this is on glass and this is on silk. So this total charge is also 0 even after rubbing. So this way charge is conserved. We can take many more examples like pair production. In pair production, gamma is converted into an electron and a positron. So net charge here is 0 and net charge here is also 0. So we can take the next property now. Second property is additive nature of charge. So that means the total charge on a body is algebraically added. The charge is algebraically added. What does that mean? Algebraically added means with sign, right? So what does this mean? For example, if we have plus 2 electronic charge minus 3 electronic charge and plus 4 electronic charge on a body, right? So therefore, the total charge on the body will be the algebraic sum of these three charges. Therefore, total is equal to plus 2 electronic minus 3 electronic plus 4 electronic. So what does that mean? 5 minus 3, that is, this is 6 minus 3, that is plus 3 electronic charge. So this is algebraically added. The third property is that charge is quantized. So what does that mean? That whenever there is a charge produced on a body, so that charge is the transference of is due to the transference of electrons. So the whole electron will be transferred from one body to the other body. So the total charge on a body will be an integral multiple of electronic charge, right? So what does this mean? This means the charge on a body is an integral multiple of electronic charge. So we can write this formula that total charge on a body is equal to plus minus integral multiple of electronic charge. Integral means one electronic charge, and where n is 1, 2, 3 and so on. So if one electron is transferred, it will have one electronic charge. If two electrons are transferred, it will have two electronic charge and so on. So here we can use this expression to define 1 coulomb also. You have studied this in 10th standard also. So we know that SI unit of charge is coulomb, which can be denoted by capital C, right? So if we want to define 1 coulomb, so for 1 coulomb, charge on a body, so that means if Q is 1 coulomb, we know that electronic charge, the magnitude of the electronic charge is 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19 coulomb, right? And if we are talking about charge on an electron, it will be minus 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19 coulomb. So we can write this in this expression. We can mark this as expression 1. So put in equation 1. What will we get? We will get Q is equal to plus minus Ne. What does that mean? 1 coulomb is equal to plus minus N into 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19 coulomb. This coulomb will be cancelled and we will get N is equal to 1 upon 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19. Units will be cancelled because number has no units. So we can write it like this, and this can be written 10 into 10 to the power 19 upon 16. This can also be written 100 upon 16 into 10 to the power 18, and this on calculating gives us 4 6 are 24, 4 2s are 8 and 4 5s are 20 into 10 to the power 18 electrons, and electrons will be in whole numbers. So we can write down, therefore n is nearly equal to 6 into 10 to the power 18, 6 into 10 to the power 18. So this is number. So if these many electrons are transferred from one body to other, then 1 coulomb charge is produced. If there is plus 1 coulomb charge, that means 6 into 10 to the power 18 electrons are transferred from that body to the other body. That's why this body which loses electrons attains plus 1 coulomb charge. And if there is a gain of 6 into 10 to the power 18 electrons, then that body acquires a negative 1 coulomb charge, right? So we can write this definition of 1 coulomb. 1 coulomb charge is produced on a body by transfer of 6 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. We know that just for 1 coulomb charge, these many electrons need to be transferred. So at macroscopic level, we have the charge which is of microcoulomb range. So at macroscopic level, the grainy nature, the small nature of the charge is lost. So we will study it later also. That's why we consider continuous distribution of charges in daily life. We'll study this later in detail. So this was about the third property. Let's discuss the fourth and the last property. The charge is invariant. Invariant means the charge does not vary with the motion of the body, right? So, but we know that the mass varies. If the body moves with a very high speed, then mass varies, but charge is not affected by the motion of the body. Charge of a body does not change due to its motion, right? So these were the 4 properties of charge. Hope you understood that. That's all for now. Have a nice day.